Hello there. My name is Coach J Dianne Tribble. I'm the CEO and founder of At the Table Life Coaching and Motivational Speaking Services. I provide not only professional coaching, but I also certify others in the areas of public speaking. I am a business startup consultant, the published author of 5 motivational self help books, and I could go on and on with who I am, but I'm going to provide you with my website towards the end of our time together so that you can go and you can discover more concerning me for yourself. I'm here today because I want to talk to you from this topic on moving beyond the barriers. And this is all about just moving beyond fear and those obstacles, the apprehensions that try to hold us back from reaching our goals and helping us to be successful. And so today, as I share with you, I want you to realize that while I have been doing what I do professionally for, I don't know, maybe 12 or 13 years as far as the professional coaching, I experience setbacks myself. I experience times when fear tries its best to hold me hostage. But this morning, I just really had it up on my heart to just come out here and share because I believe there are things in which I'll share now that will indeed help someone else in this area of overcoming fear, getting beyond fear and apprehension. I can recall a few years ago seeing a post out on social media, and it stated, "Think of the consequences if you do nothing." Well, that poster spoke volumes to me because it's like we have all been given gifts, talents, and abilities. In other words, we have the ability, we have what it takes to go and make the difference that we're called to make in life. But are we sitting on those things? Are we sitting on what's in our hands, or are we extending it and using it? So as I reflect upon that poster, think of the consequences if you do nothing. For me, it would mean if I do not get out here and exercise public speaking, or if I'm not training or facilitating or coaching, that is, it means that I am withholding a blessing. I am withholding something that someone else needs. And so I just want to give you an example of something that I have experienced myself a few months ago. Here in the state of Florida, where I'm located, we were experiencing some terrible thunderstorms. And it was about 3 days in a row of terrible storms. And on that second day in the afternoon, as the rain clouds rolled in and as the rain began to pour down, I left my desk and I went out to the sunroom to go and sit and spend quality time with my husband while the storm did its thing and rolled on out. Well, I think it took probably about 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes, something like that, before the storm passed. And when I made my way back to my office and attempted to log onto my computer, it was dead. Nothing. I couldn't get anything up on the screen. I could hear it trying to work in the background, but I couldn't see anything on screen. I took a deep breath. Instead of panicking, I took a deep breath and I called my IT specialist, which happens to be my son. I called and explained what I was experiencing, and he came over later that afternoon. And I want to tell you, I was so thankful that I regularly back up my data. That is so important. That's a tip in and of itself that I really want everybody to walk away with. It is so important to back up your data. Getting back to my account of what happened, when my IT person was here and he was checking out the system, he was able to do a diagnosis, which I really didn't want to hear. But the fact was, the computer was shot. It was shot. but he was able to save my data. And so, as a workaround, until I purchased a new computer, he had wanted me to familiarize myself with a Mac computer, to use a Mac versus a PC because of the stability and just so many other pluses in which he shared. And so he provided me with a Mac that I could use for a couple of months so that I could get used to it and really determine if this is the route that I wanted to go. Well, I found myself using the Mac in just a limited capacity. Basically, I was still using a PC because I was using my laptop. Okay. Well, following Thanksgiving, and they have those Black Friday sales and stuff. Something I don't normally do, go out shopping for Black Friday, but with the thought that I could get a new Mac at a discounted price during that time, we went out to Apple. I found the product that I wanted and I purchased it. Very pretty computer and all. I got it. My son, my IT specialist, set it up and all, and I was using it, but I wasn't giving it that 100%. Why, you might ask? Well, I am a corporate trainer. I'm an accredited corporate trainer that provides training globally Monday through Friday. And so I found myself more comfortable, I'll say, using my laptop versus taking that plunge and getting out there and doing the training on the Mac. And so this morning, my first training this morning was at 8 a.m. You might ask, well, why was it so early? It was because I was training not only for people here in America, but European countries as well, just all around the globe for this particular company that I was providing health and wellness training for. And I used the laptop for that training, but the entire time I was using it, I was really being convicted, I would say, of the fact that I have a brand new Mac computer. I have not broken it in well so that I could begin to use the Mac versus the laptop. Well, I'll be training again within an hour, I guess in about an hour's time now, and I was challenged. This is the time to take the plunge. Well, you know what it's like when you're motivated, you have that thought on the inside, I need to do this. I need to do this. But then there's that voice that says, "Oh, well, what if it doesn't work right? What if it doesn't work the way things worked on the laptop? What if there are audio issues, this and that, on and on and on?" The time comes when we have to shut the noise down, shut it down. And there are times when we may not be able to see on the other end what those results are going to look like. However, it is imperative that we take the plunge, that we take the leap, that we go on and put some type of action behind that thing that we need to do. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. And so this afternoon, as I prepare to start my next training session, I will be doing just that. And this is another large company. The first training session, there were 116 on that particular webinar. I don't know exactly how many will be on this next one, but I am prepared. I'm sharing this today because I want you to move beyond those things that tempt to hold you back from doing what you know you need to do or you want to do. Push through because your success is on the other side. I'm going to give you a comparison real quick before I wrap up this video. I can recall my husband and I were traveling once and we had to change planes. And we changed planes in North Carolina, in Charlotte. And we were sitting on the plane, all prepared to take off. And the plane began to move towards the runway. And all of a sudden, we came to a stop. It was raining, by the way, but the plane came to a stop. And we sat there for maybe 5 or 6 minutes. And when you're sitting there, it seems like it's much longer than it actually is. But the pilot came over the system and he stated that there was a lightning storm. And until the lightning storm passed, we had to sit there uh, to get the okay when it was time to take off. So we ended up sitting there for probably about 15 to 20 minutes, and the pilot finally received the okay for us to prepare to take off. The plane ran down the runway, lifted, burst through the clouds. Now, keep in mind, when we took off, it was raining. I mean, it was absolutely raining, but raining was not the issue. It was the lightning. But when that plane took off and burst through the clouds, do you know that the sun was shining so beautifully above the clouds? So beautifully. And that spoke volumes to me. See, it's like these things in life that try to paralyze us with fear of moving forward because we may fall, it may fail, it may not work out. Well, indeed, it may not, but you will not know for sure until you take action. So I'm really encouraging you today to get up, get moving, burst through the clouds, just like we did on that plane. Burst through the clouds where the sun is shining beautifully because your answer, your success, and that progress could very well be found on the other side of your action. I trust that you are encouraged by what I'm sharing with you today. I am Coach J Dianne Tribble. I want to leave you with my web address. That web address is www at thetableinc.com. I am a professional health and wellness coach, business coach, and I'm here to help you to overcome those things that attempt in every way to hold you back. Here's to your continuous success. Go out with joy and be led forth in God's peace. Bye bye.